great night for the Red Sox in that they called up Roman Anthony, turned into another loss that left you scratching your head and maybe just straight up pissed off at this team. And part of it involved Roman Anthony, unfortunately, at Fenway Park last night. They continue to be a sloppy team, making defensive errors, and they came back-to-back in the same inning with Jarren Duran bobbling a ball in left field when there would have been a play at the plate and really maybe an out at the plate. And then
if everything goes right,
Roman Anthony lets one slip by him in right field, and you're left saying, man, they call up the best prospect in baseball, and right away he contributes in the same fashion this team has been playing all year long.
He fits right in.
Damn it.
Boy, does he fit in. I mean, it starts right there with O'Brien on the call, right? He's only 21. That's a lot for a 21-year-old kid. I don't care what your ranking is, how much time you spent with this club in spring training. Still know the guys and all that, but kind of overwhelms you. The ride up, right? You got the Mac car. They're waiting for him. We know the video. Same thing they did with Meyer. Hey, welcome to Boston. Welcome to Fenway. Then you step out there, and the crowd's going nuts, and kind of overwhelms you. And he flies out, gets the walk.
He said at pregame his stuff was headed to Lehigh.
Yeah. I mean, so
think of where your head's at.
Think of the timing of it, too. So you tell him, what, at noon? Oh, you're going to be in lineup tonight. So, we're batting you fifth. We're putting you smack in the middle. Oh, we're also going to put you in right field.
Which is very funny that Marcelo Meyer and Christian Campbell are hitting behind him, even though he was the last one called up.
Kind of shows you how ass backwards everything is. Oh, and by the way, kid, we had enough faith in you to call you up, but we don't have enough faith in you to take in a bat when needed. So we're going to pitch it for you. We're going to pitch it for you. Yeah. Good night for the Sox. Take care of the Yankees.
The hardest hit ball of the night.
Murdered a pitcher. Yeah, almost killed him. 111 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's nice.
What is your issue with the pinch hit?
No, just like you don't have enough faith in a kid, you call him up, but then you pinch hit him.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect spot to be pinch hitting for.
Right.
I don't disagree with that.
Show some faith in a kid. You're not a very good team to begin with. You're sub 500. Everybody's been waiting for this night, and we'll take him out of the game.
That is kind of a consistent storyline, though, because they do it Marcelo Meyer, and it pays off with Romy Gonzalez. But a lot of people,
it did in the game last night.
What did you want him to do? What did you want him to do?
I was fine with them going to Rob Snyder there. I think the minute they're willing to accept that this year is what it is, then those guys should be facing lefties all the time. But this has been Cora's theme. He did it with Casas. He did it with Duran. Did it with Devers in the World Series, if you want to go all the way
I thought Lou got it right, too, and he was like, guys come up, and I think he was talking during the Meyer at bat, when he was saying, or when Meyer got pinch hit for, he's like, you think you can hit a lefty based on the fact that you were hitting them at AAA? Well, I got news for you. The lefties at the major league level are an entirely different level than what you faced at AAA.
If you're a good lefty, you're not in AAA. Yeah,
correct. Yeah. Good lefties don't
Lou's
last.
totally right. And he knows a hell of a lot more than I would.
In AAA, because if you're a lefty and you've got any ability, the bar... you could be a junk lefty, and you've basically got time at the major league level because, they're just so desperate for it.
Joe Jakes, the last couple of years in Boston.
That's history, man.
And if you want to nitpick a pinch hitting opportunity in that game, it's David Hamilton pinch hitting for Connor Wong instead of Carlos Narvaez.
So
David Hamilton pinch hitting.
Cora, I think, was fine last night and pulled some of the right levers, including pinch hitting Romy for. I don't think it was a bad night for him. It was a regular night for him.
Were you okay with the Bayo decision?
Yeah, I was. Were you?
I think you can question it, but I felt like he was losing it there, especially against Danny Jansen in the end. Kind of lucked out on that at bat. It just felt like he was running out of gas.
Here's my problem. I don't fault Alex Cora for not having a ton of faith in Brian Bayo.
Yeah.
Okay? So, because I don't have a lot of faith in Brian Bayo right
now.
And he's trying to hang on. And he's trying to make sure that the game doesn't implode on him. So I don't fault him. The biggest thing, again, from last night's game is these defensive miscues. This is the thing that they cannot afford when they're playing tight games, when they're playing what ends up being their 12th extra inning game of the season. Again, we've talked about one-run games. We've talked about extra inning games. If you're going to be in tight games, which they have been in a lot, more than any other team, you can't afford these screw-ups. And I'm sorry. I don't care that the kid is 21 years old. There's really no excuse for that play. None. For that ball to get by him. That was a joke.
How do you fix all this then, though?
And I know
you're in the midst of a season.
You're playing him in right field. Well, I don't care.
Did not have anything to do
that
with
had
it,
nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. That was embarrassing. He got booed. I was happy he got booed. I'm thrilled that he's here. I'm happy that there were boos in Fenway Park for that inning. They deserved it. Welcome to the major leagues, kid, and welcome to Boston. Yeah, you're going to be – I mean, that's just a lazy play. Look at it. We're watching it in our monitor here. What are you doing?
You ever get to the side of the ball?
Like, and then I don't think his effort going after the ball was all that spectacular.
I don't think he's
by
that
the way,
fast, though.
thank God for Ceddanne Rafaela to be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, look at him.
I mean, he looks slow.
He is slow,
That's
but
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think he
He's
was
not-
going at full speed there to go get that
But he
ball.
probably doesn't realize how much room there is.
I
out
don't
there.
think that's fine. Fine. He doesn't realize how much room. Go take a look at it before the game. Okay? How about a little less time with the card in the pocket, a little more time just turning around and seeing where the wall is. Let's do that. Lot of ground to cover out there. That play sucked. So
What does the card say? Field ground ball?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry, but playing in right field had nothing to do with that play. So I'm not going to let him off the hook because it's his first game in the major leagues.
He shouldn't with the expectation and the hype around this kid.
That's the best prospect in baseball?
Yeah.
Well, I guess he does need to be the DH because that sucked. It was a horrible play, and it was followed up a horrible play from the guy on the other side of the outfield. What the hell was Duran doing with that baseball? Fondling it in his glove before then, not being able to make a throw because he drops it.
He at least had the excuse of the water and the mist out there. It was slippery. It was a slippery night.
Yeah, okay.
That's it, though. Roman Anthony, the ball
Nobody
was different.
suffers in the
Night.
elements more than the Red Sox.
Oh,
This year.
the ball was slippery.
It would suck.
It's too cold.
Dude, imagine if it was late October and it was those misty nights. Remember Halloween when you go trick-or-treating?
All
It's a little
the-
chilly out, kids. You want a double layer.
Freaking weather excuses for this team.
Babies.
And it's more of the same.
They are what they are.
It's more of the same. That their screw ups and their defensive miscues, I think, overshadowed what was a nice thing to see Roman Anthony get called up.
How
which
about
was
Brendan
great for the
Bernardino?
team.
Fourth error? His fourth error as a pitcher? That's crazy. And that guy's now running out of gas because you used him all
Well,
day.
he is an everyday
His
player.
sinker is
isn't he?
down a mile per hour.
He's mentally fatigued from all the
You could
usage.
see it, and he lost his mind when he came out of the game because he knows he's gassed.
But it's the lack of attention to detail as a whole. I'm convinced Rafaela thought that they walked that
Absolutely.
game off, by the way.
Did.
Absolutely.
He did. He absolutely did. He ripped the helmet off and was
Yeah.
looking for the guys on the field because he didn't know the score of the game. They're just not locked in.
No.
And so I'm glad they called up Roman Anthony, though. I'm glad that he's here. I think it's the right move. I think it shows you that they're cheap, but not as cheap as maybe we thought they were. They're less cheap than the very bottom. They did manipulate service time. They are worried about him where he finishes in rookie of the year. Hey, keep making plays like those and right. You won't win
We'll
rookie
be
of the
good,
year.
yeah.
You won't be in the top two, kid.
I
Keep
st-
doing
I
that.
still don't give them full credit because they called him up because of injury.
That's
guess.
the issue. You got to still figure this out, whether it's in 2 weeks or 3 weeks,
Yeah,
whenever
they're
William
not off
Brady's
the hook
back.
here. Nothing's decided.
Alex Cora got ejected at the end of the game, the most half-hearted ejection I've ever seen. I mean, he knew he was going to get run there, and he didn't even really get his money's worth. Alex Cora should have
he care?
exploded
Does he care?
right there.
Does he care?
Alex Cora should have lost his mind, knowing that as soon as he came out of that dugout, he was going to get tossed. The umpire barely reacted when he threw him out.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, go ahead. Get out. Go. You're done. And Alex Cora was right. He was right to be arguing there. It was at the end of the game. He could have completely just had a meltdown to maybe try and get his team's attention a little bit.
I think I was angrier than he was.
I was pissed. I was absolutely pissed. How often do you yell at the TV during a regular season Red Sox game?
I
in
did like
June?
4 times last night.
I couldn't believe that. And you know what? I think the umpire knew it too. I think the umpire knew he screwed it up right away, knew that it was wrong, and was probably prepared for Alex Cora to just unleash on him. And Cora didn't really do it.
The problem was
I don't
Cora
get
said
it.
he was pretty good all game.
He wasn't bad.
So no, but in the back of his mind, it's like, yeah, he effed up to him, but 85% of the time he was good.
All right, but that's in a critical moment.
I know.
And
Shows you he
huge
doesn't
call.
care
extra
as much.
innings.
He doesn't
That's
care
a
as much.
huge freaking call.
Especially after Zach Kelly just went out there and, he was complaining and looking like an idiot on the mound about those pitches below, but they don't get called there, and then they get called the next half inning later. Like, that's as insulting gets. They just want consistency. You don't got to be perfect.
I just wish Mr. Pitch Frame Narvaez was a little bit better there.
The balls weren't even close.
Not even close, T-Bone.
Yes, they were. They were.
They weren't. They weren't.
Those were strikes.
That
No,
was
they were not.
embarrassing for Zach Kelly to think those were strikes. That's a guy who's gone out there and blown big opportunity after big opportunity again, and he knew damn well it was about to happen again. Panic, knowing, oh no, I'm in trouble. I better try to work the ump right now.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.